As I said before, this event has come through the collaboration between Careem and JS Bank and the Governor Pakistan through the Prime Minister New Loan. I'd like to invite JS Bank's Deputy CEO, Mr. Basir Shamsie, to say a few words of how JS Bank rolled out this scheme and what they've achieved from it. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So, on the afternoon of July 24th, Junaid Iqbal came to see us at our office. Junaid, as you all know, is CEO of Careem Networks, and he presented us a problem. He said, we have to radically find a way to increase the number of self-driven captains for Careem. Anyways, we talked about it. We looked at conventional solutions, and none could be found. We soon realized what the problem was also. They were rich businessmen who were taking a lion's share of the revenue by providing Careem with a large fleet of vehicles along with drivers. As a result, Careem had the cars available, but the drivers they were employing, their lives had not changed. They were still making a driver's salary like they would anywhere else. And I think more importantly, they were just doing another naukri like they would. Anyways, and I think this is a similar problem that we have in our country. I think one of the things I can think of, if you think of farming, the Aarti is the same kind of issue where the farmers' lives have not changed, even though commodity prices have gone up significantly. So today we are all familiar with 4 key buzzwords. The key trends. One of them we care about all the time is fintech. The other, public-private partnership. The third, a sharing economy. And fourth, a double bottom line. By double bottom line, what I mean is profitability along with sustainability and looking after our environment. So the next day came, and one of our young bankers, who is present here, he came to us and he came up with a solution. And what he actually brought was that fourth element. Careem is already encompasses the 3. It is a sharing, it is technology driven, and it is encouraging entrepreneurship. So Babar Wajid, he said, well, why not combine this with a public-private partnership, the 4th element? We looked at it. Of course, we had to go to the central bank, we had to go to the PM's office, and we were able to convince them to do away with the condition of having an unsecured loan along with 2 guarantors, which people are finding very difficult to get, and to replace that with a hypothecation on a vehicle. So as a result, they agreed, and as a result, now captains are allowed to can access the PM Youth Program, and they effectively get a loan at only 6% per annum, and it's a 5-year loan. So it is a really subsidized way for them to get into the business. Of course, we put in some controls. They have to have a minimum 4.2 star rating, which is a Careem scoring mechanism. They have had to do a minimum of 100 rides, etc. So we know that they're bona fide captains. So as a result, the bank disburses a loan, government reimburses our margin cost, and Careem delivers the customer to the driver, while cutting out that middleman who was maybe making a good percentage of the money. So it truly is a win-for-all situation here. Obviously, as we got along down the road, we realized that we could add another element to this. And for that, we brought in Mehwish and Jahangir Siddiqui Foundation. It's a charitable trust. They actually agreed to give every, at least the ones that wanted it, up to a 50,000 rupee Qarz-e-Hasna as part of that 10% down payment that some of the captains we realized were struggling to get together. So as a result, then it's a combined solution. They put in very little equity themselves, they have a track record, and we can disburse the loan. So very quickly, I mean, it was slow to take off. We had to get approvals from the central bank, etc. So initially, we were quite slow in the first 100 cars. We were training our staff. The captains also thought it was maybe too good a deal, and people in Pakistan sometimes seem to be pessimistic. or skeptic. But once the first few cars started showing up with Careem drivers, the momentum, we gained some momentum. So I'm proud to say that today, on average, so we are doing, we are, I think, using, as I understand, 80 of our branches out of our 323 branches to do this. And we're almost doing 250 cars a month on a monthly run rate. So I think the first 1,000 may have come, after maybe 14 or 15 months, but I think the next 1,000 will come in a couple of months, I think. So we stand here today. We have our 1,000th captain, Mr. Abdul Ghafoor Saab. Mubarak ho aapko. And I hope you and your family can benefit from this scheme. So while we are happy to be part of this journey where we're helping solve the transport problem in the country, but I think what, as JS Bank, we are truly excited about is that we have created 1,000 entrepreneurs. And from there, we hope to create 2,000 and 3,000, and not just the entrepreneurs, their families of 6 or 7 people will benefit as their income goes up from 25 or 30,000 rupees a month to 40 or 50,000 rupees a month, and they then have a card they can use for their families also. And when I look at the city, and there's a lot of talk these days in the newspaper about the garbage collection, and it's a major problem. There's also sort of the rundown state of the buildings in the city, whether they're private or public. We really think that the lessons we have learned in Careem of bringing various things together is really our solution to some of these problems. And we truly believe today, whether it's banking or whether it's anything else, the major change will come, the solution will be technology driven. The solution will have part of the sharing economy. The solution, if it's a public sector, will be a public-private partnership. And more importantly, this, in our country, if we can create millions more entrepreneurs at the grassroots level, it can really transform our nation. Thank you so much.